So I was in the car the other day with Holden going to see my grandmother, his great-grandmother, who's Nancy, and a lot of you know here around here. And Holden starts asking about the man who used to live with Nancy, who's not there now, which is talking about my grandfather, who passed away 21 years ago of a heart attack. I told him a little bit about that. So he's asking, where is he, what's the deal? And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. How do I explain this to a 4-year-old? And I said, well, see, Holden, his heart got tired, and that's what God takes him, and it fixes him. And now he's not here with us anymore, but he lives on in our hearts. And he lives in the memories that I'll tell you over the years. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, so far, good job, Kyle. He's hanging in there. I got this. And then he's like, but Daddy, how does he get in your heart? And I was like, seriously? Really? Seminary doesn't prepare you for questions like this and whatever. So I just start talking, and I'm fumbling, and I'm talking, and I'm fumbling, and I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And he must have figured it out, because he was like, Dad, can we just go inside now? I'm like, yes, please, let us go. But started off strong, and then just... I feel kind of a similar inadequacy when I read this gospel from Matthew today about what is the kingdom of heaven. I mean, how do you describe that? How do you explain it? How does it work? And I think we have help in the first 2 readings that help unpack and point to what does it look like in this gospel? What does it look like to be salt and light in the world, which is in the first part, and then the second part, what in the world does it mean to have a righteousness that exceeds that of the Pharisees and the scribes, right? So I want to kind of come at it that way this morning. Isaiah is a good place to start. It's a place where I see us thinking about the heart, what God's heart is. Because the people in Isaiah's time, they're fasting, they're putting on sackcloth, they're covering themselves with ashes, and they're doing it to show that their faith is strong. They're trying to follow God's laws to the T so that they won't go astray from those laws. And the prophet is saying, okay, if you're worried about that, you're missing the point. Because you're doing it then to serve your own interests, so that you say you will be okay. And then this is the whole point of why the law is there in the first place. It's not about you being good or being on God's good list, right? That's not what it's about. Isaiah says, here is the fast that God would choose: to loose the bonds of injustice, or to share your bread with the hungry, or to bring the homeless under roof, to cover the naked, or to not hide yourself from your own kin as if you're ashamed, or to withdraw, I think is what that would say. To understand that God is not just found in your heart, right? But all people are found in God's heart together. And I see that's a reversal. That's a different way of looking at it for me. And if we're all found in God's heart, then it means we're going to have to risk caring for someone else, because we're all in this together. And that tells us what it looks like to be salt and light then. Did you catch that in Jesus' words in Matthew? It's not a command. It's not like, you better be salt and light. No, it's a promise, pure promise. You are salt. You are light. We are all in God's heart. That's the promise right there. And in the second reading, Paul tells the church, Corinth, we have the same mind of Christ. And that's not talking about some kind of secret, mystical wisdom about how it all works. Like, I know something about God, and if you're lucky, I'll share it with you. If I had it, I would tell you, promisely. It's not about some kind of secret stuff. What Paul's saying, the mind of Christ, is it's about Jesus Christ and Him crucified. That's it. It's about, that's the heart of God that we are all connected with. That's what affects us all. That's that example of selfless love and radical open vulnerability that we're just trying to live out in our lives. And we are rooted in that power of the cross, folks. So that no one person, no one ministry, no one action can claim power or authority or credit over and above anything else, because We are all connected to that selfless love of God on the cross. And that's what it means to have the same mind of Christ. Because the cross gives us our shared vision for everything that we do in this place here together as Calvary. And living that way, we are participating in God's vision for the world. And that's that way of living a righteousness that's far greater than the scribes or Pharisees, because it sees the law as what it really is. It sees the law as something that is about relationship. It's the purpose of the whole law is how to maintain relationships with one another. And it begins by enhancing the neighbor's existence. Caring for someone other than yourself suddenly makes us live in community in a new way. And yet this is it's incredibly hard and difficult. It's why I think it's so hard to describe what the kingdom of heaven is, because I struggle with it. The disciples are struggling. They're being asked to reimagine the very essence of the way they live in the world every single day. Where we choose to do this or that for ourselves. The ways that I hide myself from those who are closest to me because I'm afraid they'll find out that I don't have it all together. The way I know I choose what is easy rather than what is hard and right, and really understanding and getting to know somebody else, their perspective. The way as I choose what is safe and comfortable rather than risking and stepping in faith, which might take me to somewhere we have never imagined. But all of these things, as we live out our faith, they happen in community. For me, it happens through each of you. You teach me and show me what it's like to live faith and to step out in strength and love and hope, and you inspire me. And I know that that Holy Spirit pulls us together as church in that moment, connects us to that gospel heart of God that turns us away from something just for ourselves, but turns us out from inward to outward for the sake of the other. We're going to go into a congregational meeting after this. We need to know the cross is why we are here in this place today. The cross is what turns us from some kind of inward personal spirituality to an outward spirit that is moving in this world. We just look at all of the things that happen in this place. You hear a lot about Room in the Inn, and you get to see and worship the quilts from Lutheran World Relief and the military quilters, and you see the Afghans from the crochet groups. You know about Stephen Ministry, who is there, exists to walk with someone who's just hurting in a moment in their life. You know about Upbring, how we help and do put on events to bring a smile to them and the families of the Foster in Texas program. You know about Fair Trade, which we have today, that works to bring a decent wage around the world. You know about Water for Life, which we did the noisy offering for a while, which digs wells around the world to villages that need fresh water. You know about the missionaries that we support, Oli and Lisa, that we've supported for years. And then at 11 o'clock last week, we sent out Mark and Stacy, who were going back to the Middle East. You know about Need, which Roland is telling me we're now getting more and more volunteers from this place to help work that food pantry, that ministry, which is incredible. It's fantastic because it takes us together to make these ministries work. Do you know about the people here who organize meals for those who have been through a moment of need where they can't do it for themselves in this place? Or the visitation team that goes out and visits our shut-ins? Or the Presbyterian night shelter servers, so every Friday, or the sandwich makers monthly, or Kairos prison ministry. I could go on, folks. But you know that all of those things that I just said exist for the other. That is God's heart lived out through human hands. And with each of those ministries, I know you can, probably better than I can think of a person associated with that ministry that inspires me to do it, to be a part of it, or inspires us to support that. And I can think of a person who now rests fully in God's heart, a person we've we've maybe lost this last year who was near and dear to their heart. And I think of people like Pastor Eric, or Harry, or Ron, or Andy, or Marion, or Evelyn, or Peter, or Dave, or Marcia, any of those people who have spurred us on to live a life of service in this world. That's what I should have answered Holden about my grandfather. That we all live in God's heart. And that's what it means to be salt and light. But when we're in God's heart, it means that our hearts will never grow weary for doing this work of service. For as we do that work of service, we are with God. And we are building, folks, something more than just a remodel. We're building the kingdom of heaven on earth. We're building this city on a hill. No, this city in Richland Hill. That shines hope into the world. So thanks be to God for that work of service that you do.